We're going to a 5-star restaurant on the river in Claiborne County.
I'm going up here to the 5.5 to 6-star. I like that deal he's got there, don't you?
Yeah, I like that hat goes with that camera.
Oh yeah.
You too?
We're on our way to a 5-star restaurant coop.
Well, they said they'd be happy to have us.
14 lunar distances away from Earth.
Terry, you can't see mine. He's kind of, yeah, that's good.
Hello, Jerry.
How's everybody?
I see you made it.
Good to have you with me.
You know, all you have to do is just say eat. Hey, how you doing? Fine, you? Hey, Jerry. How you? I saw you do the report with the Nagy guy up on the interstate.
Yeah, that's right, I did.
3 graduations in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
We had 600 students graduate. My son graduated. And then my other graduated.
So we better figure out that. Yeah, open these things up and let that Irish fish.
So we're gonna have 12?
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who won't put their seatbelt on them?
Yeah.
I'll put them off the bus.
All right,
Boy, it's a beautiful evening. Nice weather.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is beautiful.
When this where the whole road came in?
That's where Rob bought that barn.
Think that belongs to LMU Jack?
I really don't know.
This on the left does, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice little park right here, too.
Oh yeah, real nice.
Yeah, it's a nice park.
And that campus over there is real pretty too. Oh, the bus is really putting the money in this place. Well, it's good to have people like that because he's making a lot, apparently. And he can put the stuff in.
It's according to what kind of hay it is, what kind of road. These were very big roads. He said, I was buying those roads for $15. I said, I don't see you making money at $15 a road. That was their biggest.
Yeah. He's up there looking around. They give him a hard time.
Good bill, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now we're turning left, getting ready to go to a 5-star restaurant. The Powell River will be to our right as we go down through here.
It's the Powell River Road.
That's what Gerald said up there at the meeting.
Right there's a motor home.
Real cold, so they wouldn't have to do it on the outside. It'd be safe.
Is that one of those pre-votes?
All you could do.
Probably.
Yeah. Pre-votes.
That was in the beginning. Before
Pre-votes motor home.
Yeah, before they went big time.
Looks like it's I hope we don't meet anything as wide as this.
I hope we don't hear any dueling banjos down
It's
here.
wider than you think when you get real close.
Yeah, it used to be gravel, they'll say.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I met somebody that's
12
flying.
years ago. It's about half this wide and bushes out in the road.
Are there any
and
fish?
gravel.
Are there any fish in there? Trout?
I don't know.
They're all up there.
Here we're
Up there
going to
where we
try.
going they are.
This might be one of the places that slid out.
Wide enough there.
Everywhere there's rock is probably where it slid out.
Well, you tell me, Jerry, if you take a canoe up here in Ellis, down to the road, takes all day.
Yeah, so remind me to get my glasses.
Instead of coming this
I'll leave them in here for now.
Great big loop.
So there's several big loops in this river.
Yeah.
I'm
not familiar with this up in here. I floated one time with a guy that worked for me.
It heavens.
Floated down to the bridge.
Cash on me. I like that. Oh, you're in real trouble if you got up there without any money.
His specialty is barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Barbecue and catfish.
I can't remember if I had.
But you have to call ahead for the ribs, don't you, Jack?
Well, if you get baby back
Let's
ribs,
go
you
see if we
do.
get in up to about 7 miles.
You have to.
And go all the way to Rogers Dock. Mike Rogers has done that. Him and Jim Pearson.
What they have to do.
Yeah.
When you look for these rivers,
There's one thing about being close to the river. If it's a dry season, they hook a deal up there and suck that water out. Irrigate.
Looks like we're going through a tunnel right there. Tunnel of foliage. He just ran over a skunk.
Written all over it.
Man,
Gosh, that's
he's dead too.
yeah.
That's bad.
Oh my goodness.
It smells.
Man, I tell you what now, that is a pungent odor.
fresh percolated coffee.
Oh man, you ought to get Mayor Mike Stanfield will tell you about getting Thelma
Jack
Chapman's
Johns, they come out of Duff up there and said,
Get spraying
it's
him.
dark up there, they leave holes, so the sun don't raise up.
That guy that came up there and got ours though,
Look at that holler.
Yeah.
he caught that skunk and that thing he came up there and picked that cage up and it was looking straight at him and never offered to spray him.
They are, aren't they? They good, I tell you. Like go to a church where you have a group like that.
I don't want to bring my wife back in there or not. She might think you bring them back here to dump her off.
I brought Geneva back here once.
Geneva didn't want to come back.
No, I asked her, I said, you want to go with me? She said, I've been gone for 10 days. I said, well, you want to go with me up to the babies?
Keep the mares. They're over there at Dollywood.
What is it?
That's a
So you say it's 5 miles off the main road, Jack?
Yeah.
I guess it's
It's exactly 5.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
saying now.
Yeah, that nice thing or something. I'll tell you, make them laugh and shake.
Yeah. We went to that Smith Brothers restaurant, entertainment thing one time. That was an awesome family place to go.
Said, I asked him if he'd ever been. He said, no.
I don't know what he'll or anything.
You
may not like this deal.
This place floods down about
Of course, that in there. That
Sure
doesn't
does. Floods.
Yeah.
There's a problem, though.
Let's see. It comes out. Al starts in Virginia, doesn't it?
Yeah, just fine.
Yeah.
Somewhere this afternoon.
And the French Brogue starts in North Carolina.
Does he?
Across the world.
Yeah.
You'll have to cut that out. That's what it was called. Yeah, that Davis Creek up home. It's called
There's more to bucket. Jack.
You're a frog gig, isn't
Yep.
No, I've seen it for
Like
minutes.
you said, dude. There's all kinds of.
Oh, irrigation, yeah. There's all kinds of tobacco.
down there.
Big patches.
We used to come through there about 12 o'clock.
See, they don't have price support now. They got to
Water
find their
right
own
up to
buyer.
the deck. I had my line, my sack up, my gig higher my head. That line's just kind of hitting the top of the water. Here comes a big old snake.
Whoa.
Snake.
Yeah.
She didn't even slow down.
No, you can tell they're local.
Everything slowed down.
No.
He come right.
Gosh.
I took that gig and hit him. I heard him flip. Jack said, "There's a water box," and I said, "We don't have water boxes in Tennessee."
Boys, that we met more traffic tonight than I've ever seen. up
Yeah,
there.
we have.
Yeah.
Now, is this road the end?
No, we can go out the other way.
Oh, there's
if we
another
choose
one.
to, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
usually
can
go
go
out
out
the
through-
Have
other
you ever
way.
been to Ford's Ridge?
Forge Ridge.
Forge Ridge.
Ford's Ridge too?
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
Virginians and Kentucky.
That's where George Roy grew up.
He's in the Hall of Fame, up the Wall of Fame.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's the only one on the wall.
he's the only one. Of a distinguished alumni.
I had some cousins that graduated from Forge
Oh,
Ridge.
did you?
I sure did.
But it's a nice looking school.
Yeah, but you
Claudine.
And your Ray,
Oh, yeah, they all take it to Virginia.
Poteet's talking.
He's listening to the back.
Buick. No.
He's talking. Well, this is pretty through here, boys.
There's
Oh,
11 grandchildren
Instead of
on my
big
mother's,
rock
on my
and
mother's side.
Uh-huh.
And she's the oldest. She's 80.
Uh-huh.
Mike Miller, Leon's
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
He's the youngest.
Uh-huh.
Big Stone Gap, man, you LC.
I have.
You go with Vic.
No, now Vic lived in Keokee.
I know, but it's close to Big Stone.
Yeah.
I went up there with Vic one weekend.
Road's narrow through here.
Sure is.
Huh?
Sure is.
Flying.
No, we don't run into any more locals that use it for Le Mans.
It's those West Coast mirrors that I'm worried about when they pass, you know. That mirror sticks out there.
Somebody's behind us. It's probably the law or the revenuers.
It might be Jack.
Jack man not have got over for that.
He might not. Preacher may want to get out and walk.
You wonder where you fellas are taking it.
Yeah. First time I came up
We
here,
got through that just in time.
actually you need to wear a coat and tie. It said, just come any way you want to. I didn't know how you needed to dress.
Wonder what they'd do if you walked in there with a suit on, Jay.
They'd fall out.
They'd look at you, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Say, you a preacher? I said, well, I preach a little, but not the gospel.
No, Nancy wouldn't let him.
I think we're getting pretty close.
We're getting close. I'll just let this thing run.
You are a good predictor of time.
Well, my wife lives over in here, so I know about how long. You can speed or drive normal and it'll get there the same time.
Just ain't big enough to do nothing.
You'll get here at the same time. Right here you are.
I bet you one thing, I'll be deal hit.
Davy's Barbecue.
Yeah, it'll show that on the.
Some of them play.
5 to 9 on
No
Friday.
doubt.
If you're watching this in England, if you ever come to the United States, you'll need to come to Heavy's Barbecue.
Come to Haby's.
That's right.
That's a great place.
You're going to see it in a minute.
Beans and barbecue.
I hope it's already cooked, because I'm about to start.
It's past his eating time.
Okay,
What, did you eat lunch?
Not much, very
it's about to
little.
come up here. We're going to see it, folks.
By golly, they've got a pretty good crowd
They have
tonight.
got a crowd tonight. They sure have. About the biggest one I've seen in a while.
Well, they'll have
Warning.
probably have table linens on for us.
Yeah.
They'll say we was up here one time, they had a marijuana bush right there on the corner.
Didn't know what it was.
Oh,
Park here. Is
They
this all
said-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they said
great.
It wasn't, but it looked very much like one. I believe it was.
I decided a little too late to turn in.
It's hard to turn this big rig.
It is. This thing is long.
you remember that night we was up here?
See ya.
That's my brother-in-law.
Well, welcome to the backside of nowhere. Holy smoke.
may make us wait. He may need a reservation. There's the grader, special grader.
Yeah, Shep.
How many you got it on? Take a picture. All right. You take one, then I'll take one of you in here with me.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, Candy came out good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right with you, okay? My shoes that got ran over.
Come over. Eyes open. Ain't got a lot of money on the equipment. Saturday is about like noon.
They stick up these dollar bills.
Pruden didn't have an indoor court either, did he?
I think they moved a mining thing over in
One of them
Early
had a basketball court where you had to go outside and throw the ball in. Go out the door and throw the ball in because the goal was right at the end of the room, you know, and stop.
It's about like the
You had to
junior high,
open the
wasn't
door and
it?
go out and throw the ball.
It was like Westford. Westford, you had to go through a store to get back into their ball court back there. In their elementary school. VL was telling them they went up there from Briceville to play them. They said first half they had the light bulb. So their coach said, "Don't worry about it, boys. The second half we'll have the light bulb." He said halftime they come back out and they'd taken the light bulb. Put it on the other end.
I think I just heard a banjo playing.
We went up there, kind of chill.
That banjo player comes over here and starts smiling. I'm walking these two right over that top.
They didn't have any referees.
No, I got the big plate.
Gun smoke deal.
What'd you have, all right?
I had the regular ribs, and he got the short ribs. You know where it's going to tell the difference? $3. Get ready to pay for it.
$3.
That's right, that's the difference, mostly. I got more meat than you did. I don't know. You didn't even have no roast. Barbecue. Did you? No, I just had those little ribs. I had a half plate of. I had all I wanted to eat. I had a half plate of barbecue too, though. Oh, you did?
Yeah, we need to do that.
Tune back in. Everybody wants to be my friend. I said, okay, come find Then you're supposed to.
Jack's talking about
to read
Facebook.
it.
He just opened the Facebook
Password and all
account.
that
He
stuff.
can't get back into
I
it.
can't get back in there.
You forgot your
I
password.
confirmed everybody to be my friend.
You forgot your
I can't
password,
open
I
it up.
guess.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, we were up at Ramsey's Cascades. Jerry, Bowman, and Gail, and Margaret and myself, we'd hiked up there, and Jerry and myself got up there first. And the ladies, they're still coming, and I had a Coca-Cola in my pocket that was Margaret's I'd been carrying for her. and it was cool. And when we got up there at the creek, up there at the Cascades, it was making a lot of racket. That pop fell in the creek and washed down the creek. And I said, Jerry, I better go get that. Margaret will be up here, won't know where her Coke is. So I waded down the creek, and there's a big pool of water, but big, two of these tables. And I reached down, I got my pop, I put it in the pool, and started to cross the creek. Well, there stood a bear about that much taller than I was on the other side of the creek. And I said, whoa, I'm going to give you the road, buddy. And so I eased over to the side. I mean, you stand face to face close as LC and myself are together. And so I eased over to the side, and he was still standing there. And there's a big rock that came out. Jerry couldn't see what was going on because he was back on top.
I could see John in the
And I climbed up that little rock ledge and got out in the middle of the creek. Of course, he was up to almost to my knees out in that creek. And Jerry was saying, what's that crazy thing doing wading out there in the middle of that creek? Well, the bear didn't go on across the creek. I thought he'd go on across the creek because he had a clear shot out of his way. He comes my way. He starts climbing that little rock. And I was just about ready to jump off in that whole water and see if I could outrun him down that creek. And, well, he found an old plastic bottle there. And he picked that bottle up and shook it and bit it. And that's what he was wanting, was my Coca-Cola. He had seen it. Well, I didn't know he wanted it, or I would have too. But anyway, I got on back up there. Well, when I started on back up the creek, here, the bear went back around the other way, came up the trail, and Margaret and Gail were up there then. Well, Jerry put Margaret and Gail across the creek. He was standing there yelling and hollering until I got up there, and that bear just standing there, wasn't paying him any mind whatsoever. And I was looking for me a rock. I was trying my best to find a rock. And I said, I didn't want to hit him, you know, I just wanted to try to scare him. When I threw that rock, I guess he thought it was a loaf of bread or something. He reached down there, and then he turned and went back down right where he was before. And I said, well, before that happened, though, Jerry had a little old pistol, and he went, pow! And I said, oh no, now we've got a wounded bear. We don't just have a bear. And but he shot to try. It didn't phase that bear a bit. He
didn't shoot the bear.
No, he didn't shoot. He just shot in the ground. But I didn't know that. I thought he shot it. And so when the bear went back down, we left there. Back down the trail, we got down there, and some woman, we told some hiker coming up there, said, there's a bear up there. Oh, we feed them all the time. Don't pay attention to them. I said, bear, you're not going to pay attention to them. I said, they won't hurt you. I said, they could if they wanted to.
Fall here, and all these hardwoods change all the color. It's beautiful up through here.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
See, when I went to Michigan, Frank, we'd have parent-teacher conferences, and those parents would come in there and they'd say, why in the world does everybody want in your class, Mr. Faulkner? Said they all want in your class. And then the kids would go home and they'd tell their mamas and say,
how he talks.
I just love to hear him talk.
We're getting ready to leave this place.
All right, you watching for me?
Cutter deep.
I'm back.
Something's.
We're getting a warning on something.
That says
It's
stop.
a Grace.
I put one of my dependable boys back there in the back. I said, you better not, they better run over it.
Yeah, we're going out a different way than we came in.
Well, Ray, you're going to have to kind of help me a little bit here
Going
on
through Fort
navigating.
Bridge, I'll help you.
Okay. There's a couple of turns. I think I know which way to go, but I may need a little help.
Don't go into that little village
Yeah.
and turn a quick left going up the hill. Right till you pass the church, I believe it is.
He backed up till he felt his bumper touch, and then he knew, you know, bless his heart, his neck was stiff.
Sometimes he back up a little harder than a church.
Trying not to cover Jack up with dust, because that road's dusty.
Yeah. Last year they had a garden in here, And the fella had a tiller, and if he quit for the evening, he just left his sitting there in the field.
Really?
Yeah, I guess you go back next morning and start it and finish the road.
Hoping someone would steal it.
I guess.
We're not worried about thieves up here.
Tell you about, was with Jerry Gale out in
Well, that
Denver.
water's clear.
Out there together on a ray.
I guess you're right at the head of the river, aren't you?
I guess.
Messed up our van. We had both had.
We're going right here, I think.
Everything out there. Rented. We got out
No
there.
credit or debit.
Got the enclosed
I like
or something that our van was in. We was having to stand in a great big line that was trying to rent a vehicles. And I guess it's 20 people.
You think Geneva would want to move up here, LC? You think Geneva would like to move up here?
She wouldn't have to cook a lot. She'd
No.
know where to be in
She said,
that.
We could just go over and eat supper
Eat
on
supper every
night.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Man
Yeah.
loaded her up. We walked around that line, got the keys, went out there and got her van left. You talk about smart.
Yeah, that's smart, wasn't it?
She had that line figured out.
Well, those people were going to the information desk and using the phone, and she saw them doing that, and it clicked right then. You know, I saw what she was doing.
We put her in charge of getting the road reports every night. She knew how to do
Kind of rough
it.
there.
It'd always be 10, 15
Yeah, that's kind of like a repo we would go to get. We went to get one that had shotgun pellets in the bottom part of the door, the storm door, pellet
And
hole.
she told us, just you all get on over there out of my way and let me have that.
It's 14, I believe it's 14 feet wide instead of 12. Paul Fields bought it and tried to get it across Cedar Creek Bridge. It was about 14 feet and 6 inches wide. Every time you hit a soft spot in the floor on that bridge back then, it would scrape up the top.
Yeah.
He said no more was he going to get a 14 foot.
It's all just like this right here. No guardrails, only it's a lot further down to the bottom. It's a mile to the bottom. If you went off.
You just think about they were brave enough to pull these trailers in here.
To the right or the left, yeah.
I wonder where that
You
goes.
go over there, I want to get out.
He may come out up there in Melungeon
But now,
County.
he did a pretty good job.
In Hancock County.
Yeah.
Those roads
Farm.
were a little scary.
We're having a cookout here.
Yeah, we should have come on up
Oh,
here.
yeah, we
Yeah,
could.
they've had Bible school this week.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
Little Creek Missionary Baptist.
He
Yeah.
was on the bad side.
Now right up here, you want to take
It
a
looked like about
quick
half the
plate.
land was a hang
Okay.
road. We had a good trip.
Then I think the rest of the way you'll be home free.
Hill Road, huh?
Yeah.
It's bouncy. I can't even keep my camera still.
Are you videoing?
Oh yeah, I'm getting it all out here. This is going to be a long video, but people want to watch it, they can watch it. If they don't have to, they don't want
That was a real good one that you put out there, Mark, playing that
to. Up there on the New River.
on the New River,
Yeah.
man, that was great. And that was a good song.
That's three.
This road's a little bit wider and
Yeah, it is. It is.
You don't feel like you're in a tunnel either. Like I said, or wasn't it?
yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about
It'd be
what
expensive.
be a show chicken.
Yeah. Like that,
Those are poor looking animals. They don't look like they're fed too well.
they beat up all the grass, ain't they?
I see you living up Fort Ridge High School.
Never happened. I'm in new territory
You ought
right
to see
now.
the baseball field. The only place was left, second and third base. You
You got past those bases in straight up. I mean, straight up.
J. Frank White play him, J. Frank played Ford Ridge.
They're friendly up here, aren't they?
They play Ford Ridge and Washburn. I guess they're all single A, aren't they?
Yeah, they closed the high school last year.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Moved to become a gap.
Oh, okay.
Gap's a high school.
Well, I guess they played them in at the Christian Academy, didn't
Yeah,
Fort
up there
Ridge.
too, I guess.
Some of you over there,
They finally fixed them a little
we
gym.
saw a bunch of deer
Yeah.
down in there one time.
they? That's a nice layout.
I put out 5 and there was 3 made it.
I put out 33 and 19.
Excuse me.
What are you gonna do with all them, John?
They'll have to make them made it.
That murdered Canada?
Yes, you can. So.
Mine's not doing as good.
Who's got a mint or a cough drop?
Chester Siler, he'll fix you up.
I can't get a girl to Canada.
Excuse me.
John, come up here and get
Are you the man I was looking for?
Yeah. Them's peppermint.
Yeah, that'll
Buy
work.
some from you. She said, no, I don't want any money for it, so just come up here and get you some.
Is this George's place here?
Basket of them.
No,
No?
I said, put the few in there, just went out there and heat that thing.
That's a nice place.
We could use them all in.
Here you go, Ken.
Anybody else want one?
She fixes.
Anybody else need a mint?
Yes, they do. I don't hear
Right
nobody.
here's the cemetery, Ford Ridge. That's where George's dad and mother's buried, I understand.
There's Crockett.
Yeah. Daniel.
Could be
Daniel.
Davy.
Yeah.
a descendant of Davies.
Yeah.
I wonder where the Ford was up there, since I named it up as Ford. So one up on the ridge.
I don't see anything that forwards up here, do you? Maybe across the top of the mountain.
I'd like to know
Country
that.
store I used to deliver to places that looked like that. From the grocery.
They showed me one time where
They had a feed out there. See, that's a typical country store. Had a feed room back there. Good to feed it.
Yeah, right up on top of the hill.
Is that his house?
Here's the
You can see
school.
it.
This is the school.
Yeah.
It's closed now, right?
The elementary school's open, I believe. Don't they still have elementary here, Arnold?
Now this is Claiborne County.
Yeah.
I think so. All right.
Ford Ridge School.
Is George's brother's place on this road or the next one when we get out on the highway up on
Turn left right up here.
the hill?
I'm right, it's right up here at the school. Just about.
Yeah. The cross on the other side of the road. Oh, is it?
Is he still living, Arnold?
Is this the high school right here?
Used to be.
He came to our
They went
church,
to come and
didn't
go.
Go right or left, Arnold?
Left.
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 This is the
Left.
main
Oh,
highway.
sorry.
This is Highway 63.
If we're going home.
That goes to Gibson Station, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
How far is it?
Not far.
Okay, now
I
we're kind
thought
of
his
getting out
place
of
was up here,
getting out
but
of
one of
the.
these places right along here. There's
Eight-
another
eightfold.
driveway down here, but you think he's under the hill?
No, he's on top of the hill, but it's on top of the hill right there.
Right there.
Oh, that's for sale.
Okay. Up in here, right up there's a house.
George showed me where he's at, but it's about dark. It's right above the school.
Right there. Right there.
You think that's it, Jay?
I don't really know. I just thought it was on this road back up just after you come off the school road there. But I don't know.
Highway 63.
This is 63. It goes on over here towards Smith. And there's a quick turn over there that you just about go too far. It's a right left. It's a right angle, but you turn left. 90 degrees.
Well, do you all think we're back into civilization?
Just about.
Okay, I'm
When
gonna
we
turn.
cross the Campbell County line, we will be.
Yeah. Is Jack still behind us?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's right on my back.
Well, I'm gonna turn this off.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, it'll take over more.
What's that? Kudzu?
Have you spent any time up here racing with Jack?
Yeah, we stayed all night up here about a week ago.
Did you?
No, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago tonight.